SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
Yes, hope you've looked up to SSM Wednesday today, the 28th of August, 2024. And I'm here, Mark Godwin Iwejua, and we've come to give our Wednesday Global Africa update. Joining me from Toronto, Canada is Sir George Chukwu. Sir George, you're welcome.
Good morning, Mark Godwin, and good morning, viewers from around the world. We want to welcome you to our show today. It's going to be a fantastic one.
It's going to be a fantastic one indeed, Sir George. Sir George, hope the weather is okay there. Hope you're...
Well, it's fantastic. It is really great, yes.
Good. So also, with a beautiful sunny weather in Lagos, Nigeria, is our man, Olayinka Raji. Olayinka Raji, you're welcome, sir.
Good morning, Sir Mark. Good morning, our global audience. Welcome to our Wednesday program.
Thank you. Now, these are men, and when men, the masculine aura is all there, it's not complete. So joining us in Lagos, Nigeria again is our
put a little spice to us. Put a little spice to us.
Yes.
Nana.
Look at the
Nana. Diva.
Good morning, everyone. Our viewers, good morning. Thanks for joining us again today. Let's do it like always.
Yes, Diva, you're welcome. Like your hair, the real Afro hair.
That's right.
Yes. I know George likes those kind of hairstyle.
I love natural hair. Just it pops. It makes you look so authentic and so natural. That's right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Didi and Raji, we hope something is natural in Nigeria. We have gas, oil in Nigeria, but it doesn't look like the fuel scarcity is getting better. What is happening, Raji? Let's hear from you guys. What is it? How is it with the fuel scarcity? Is it worsening or is it improving?
It's like I used to say, could fail, could pass, could logical. It's not passed. It doesn't fail. It doesn't leave the same spot. We have been going around and around in circles. A lot of motion, little movement. We are still buying fuel at not less than 700 naira a liter for a country that is a major product of oil without any refinery.
Without any refinery, we're still buying at that rate. Yes, we heard the prices. Go ahead.
The fuel scarcity is still persisting in Lagos. The fleet station are not selling. The fleet station that are selling, I bought fuel 2 days ago. That was on Monday. 900 naira per liter. It was written. I made a mistake. I would have sent it to you. I took a snapshot of it. 900. And what kept me wondering was when I got there, their meter was showing 950. And I asked them, when they pull out this thing to sell, it turned to 900. So my friend that I was with, he said, please leave these people. If you can pay 900, what is 50 naira? Do you understand? They were selling 900 per liter. And those are the fleet stations you can drive in and buy. So those ones that are still selling 700, 750, they have queue. You can queue for 3-4 hours. Maybe by the time it gets to your turn, you no longer have fuel to buy. The fuel scarcity has persisted. Now the gas, a liter of gas is being sold for 1,500, 1,700 in Nigeria today. That it was from 1,150, 1,200. It's been sold for 1,700 naira as of yesterday. Yeah, I don't know this morning, but as of yesterday, it was sold for 1,500 and 1,700 a gas. Now about kerosene, that one is not even, we're not even talking about that one. Everything is very expensive. Unfortunately, we are oil producing country, so I don't know.
Unfortunately, we are oil producing country, but look at how it is. George, I know you're also surprised, taken aback with what BD is saying. Viewers, you're hearing it raw. That's BD right there in Lagos. I mean, no other way, no better way you can get this information. George, what do you say?
Yes. Well, it's quite unfortunate that such a thing is still happening, and we have our leaders flying all over the world, unable to solve domestic issues, but they're looking for international importation of goods and services while our country is decaying from within. It is so sad. Still, we have 3 refineries that we have spent trillions of naira to fix, and nothing is happening. We also have Dangote refinery, and they're sabotaging it internally, and people are the victims, and they're suffering. It is such a despicable position that our people are in. It's almost like there is no help anywhere. You turn to the left and right, no help. Front and back, no help. And we're still spending millions of dollars flying all over the world, all in the name of looking for business. While we can locally, internally fix what is going on and make it, a very attractive place for international businesses to come. You don't have to go to places to go look for business. They will come to you. If your conditions are very nice and conducive, they will seek out for you. This is what you call putting a cart before the horse. Flying internationally to go and enjoy yourself and call it, business. You're looking for business. Business is in Nigeria. Fix the local business is in Nigeria. Fix what is happening locally, and you will see people come to you. This is just a government of show. They show. That's how it is. Showing. Nothing is happening. Motion with no progress. That's Nigerian government as we speak.
Thank you, George. George, as if you know, what we're about to talk about is a memo passed out yesterday by the media team of the presidency, saying that Tinubu will be going to China by next week. Tinubu will go into China to sign MOUs with Chinese counterparts and bring business into Nigeria. Now we ask ourselves, all of this, where does he go? Raji, our president will be going to China. He says to boost Nigerian economy. So we can't boost our economy if China doesn't come in. Is that what it is, Raji?
It's a very, very interesting thing. I don't think he's going there for any particular business other than that. Probably the seizure of a Nigerian asset by a Chinese company will be part of what he is going to attend to. And I don't think that thing could not be done by him by diplomatic moves. I don't think it requires the president to actually move physically to China to solve it. Like Sir George has said, make your country, give your country conditions that will attract businessmen. Business people go to a place where they can make money. If the circumstances there are not conducive, it's not likely that they will come to make money, no matter the MOUs you sign.
No matter the MOUs you sign. BD, what we got also from that information is about $3 trillion will be put us across different businesses in Nigeria, say oil and gas, aluminium production, seaport construction, financial services, satellite technology. Now, we know, like George used to tell us on this network, Chinese don't play. They are serious with their business. If they are coming to do all of this in Nigeria, do you think it will be some leisure kind of business, or these people will be looking at every line, making sure something comes back to them? What do you say, BD? $3 trillion.
$2 trillion. Now they've listed the area they want them to come in. Construction of do you know that Ajaokuta? I started hearing Ajaokuta when I was small. Honestly, it was even when I graduated that I took time to sit and read about Ajaokuta. When I was hearing Ajaokuta, I thought it's a recreation center, the way Ajokuta. Now, we've not, till now, nothing meaningful has come out of that Ajokuta. Now you want to put money for another construction. How many refineries do we have in Nigeria that is not working? Now you want to bring Chinese to come and build another one. Mm-hmm. You see, the problem we have in this country is that we don't think straight. I'm telling you, we just want to be everywhere, making it look like we are working, whereas we are not doing anything.
What is she talking about? Were you talking about refinery? Going to China to build refinery? Is that what they said?
No, they are coming.
They are coming to build. They are coming to build.
Our president is going to China to bring those businesses. He said he will
bring those business back. Now, you see, these are the things we have on the ground. And since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu assumed office, he's been traveling from country to country, from continent to continent, looking for investors. See, even we that are running small businesses, you don't go after looking for investment. When you put your business in order, when you position yourself well, your business will attract buyers. It will attract investors.
George
President going around wasting our money, saying it's going to the China. We're still dealing with China. They seized our first 3 aircraft. He went to France. He was still in France. They seized the second one. He was unable to negotiate with them to release the one, and they are still seizing. Now he wants to go to China. It's not just that when they go make those trips, they don't even have an agenda. They go there and they waste taxpayers' money without achieving anything. So that trip that he wants to go, I don't think we need it. We don't need it.
You hear that loud and clear. Our jury, media man for the presidency, you can hear us here, out Nigerians speaking and saying it's time to look inward. Let's stop this globetrotting that brings nothing. Globetrotting to waste our money, globetrotting with no results. Thank you.
I want you all to pay attention to this. These are the countries. These are the countries that our president has visited in the past 1 year. He's been to Paris several times. Okay, France, London, United Kingdom, Bissau, Guinea-Bissau, Nairobi, Kenya, Port Novo, Benin Republic, New Delhi, India, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, New York, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Berlin, Germany, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Dakar, Senegal, Doha, Qatar, the Netherlands. So I want you to think about it in 1 year alone. We have 14 places that he's visited. Right after this situation that is happening currently with the seizure of, I keep on warning Nigerians, I keep on warning Africans about dealing with China. China is a dangerous place. They will give you with one hand and make sure that they grab everything you hold with the other. They don't play. They don't consider you equals when it comes to business. That is it. Now he's immediately after this news spread about the seizure of our aircrafts by a Chinese company. He flew to France on a different name, but the reason why he's going there is because of the aircraft. Now coming back, he wouldn't succeed. He's now going to China, talking about all this nonsense about we don't need any business with China. China will always come to us. China is in Nigeria. We don't need to go there to establish nothing. It is just let me tell you, see, sometimes I don't know whether these people, they have brains to think. Do they think that Nigerians are fools? So you count these 14 countries that he's visited already. I want you to go and check and see how much Nigerian money, the kind of finances that has been used in traveling to this country. Tell me one single business transaction that has actually become fruitful after all these 14 travels and the 15 benefit. None, zero. Zero. Not just one. We'll go to Germany, we'll sign all kind of MOU. We go here, we sign all kind of MOU. None of these countries are interested in bringing any business to Nigeria because the environment is not conducive for them to be there. The ones that are there are running away and you chasing after others. Fix your country, fix the local domestic issues, and you will see businesses come to you. Nigeria is a viable country, a great potential, but what we are becoming is a permanent potential. Motion with no progress, run around the mountain like a blind horse. This is something that we need to discuss and then caution this government, because they are very wasteful. We're talking about people dying in Nigeria because of hunger. All we're wasting is thousands and millions of dollars, taking people all around the place. They're talking about you're going to bring business. Fix your country.
Thank you.
Domestically.
Sorry. Yes,
Mark, yes.
Yes.
The way I look at it is very, very simple. We are a country with so much potential. All that we need to do is to start living according within our means, and not try to play catch up with any Western country. What we are doing is trying to play catch up. We are getting ourselves into an infrastructural trap. We have gotten ourselves into a debt trap. We shouldn't. Why are we looking for $2 trillion for what?
3 trillion. 3.
Yes, let us live within our means. Whatever we need to develop our means, we develop ourselves now is within us. Let us live within our means. We need to build a refinery within our means. And do not let us get into infrastructure trap by building white elephant projects.
Yes, and at the end they don't even complete it. All right,
infrastructure trap. That's serious.
Living within our means was also
a
discussion
sorry,
that came up. I want us to move
people
on.
Know that it's okay. Let's go on.
Yes, living within our means also is what we're talking about. Now, last night also, the president's chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, I don't know how you pronounce that name, questions were put to him on why hasn't the Orosonya's report been implemented in governance? This was what press people asked him yesterday evening. And that's a very intriguing question, because of a truth, somebody brought a way to live within our means, like Raji is saying. So one place we could start is the number of people in governance is too cumbersome. It's too many people running Nigeria. Too many extraordinary agencies that don't really matter. Everything is mobbled up. So they put this question to him. Now I want to put it to you, gentlemen. Oresoya reports was giving us an idea of how to merge parastatals and agencies and make governance small and easy to run. George, Tinubu promised to implement it, but we are seeing more people being appointed every day. Every morning we wake up, they have appointed 3 people in agency of Agric, agency of IMF, all kind of funny agencies. George, what do you think is happening?
The problem we have, the problem that we are facing in our country, I say it again and again and again and again, kakistocracy. When you are appointing people, electing, or people electing themselves into the government, they don't know what the questions are, but they're trying to give you answers. That is what the major problem is, them and us. I said until we become one in that nation, looking in the same direction together, all these people you see, all they do is just come and give you all kinds of excuses. That's all they do. Even this trip, they are acting like DSS right now. They will come and arrest you first and begin to look for charges against you. So these people, what they do when they want to take a trip, what do we call it this time? They will put together all kinds of mess and say this is what we're going for. The truth is in the details, but they will never give you the details. Yeah, this man brought something to them that will help Nigeria. They don't want to do that. Because you know why? If you scale the government down, then there are so many things that will come up eventually about their incompetency. That they don't know what they are doing. That is the major problem. It is a government of trial and error. If they don't know what to do, please take it easy. Stop running around the mountain. Stop running around like a chicken with no head, traveling 14 to 15 countries already in 1 year. What people do not understand is when they begin to calculate the cost to the national treasury, all these travels, then your eyes will pop open. Is it the same country that almost how many percent, 80% are in poverty? People are dying daily, abject poverty. This is something that we are dealing with. I mean, the problem is complain tomorrow, they will do worse. And that's telling you that they are living in their little bubble world. Has nothing to do with you and I in the country. So what you are facing, if you think for a moment that they care about what you care about, then you're just deceiving yourself, because they're going to do what they want, when they want it, how they want it. The smoke of the military rule is still smelling in Nigeria. We don't have a democratic government in that country. What we have is, a government that does what they want, when they want it, how they want it, and dare you to come and do anything about it. When you want to protest because you're hungry, they demonize you and talk all kinds of nonsense against you. We want Nigeria to succeed.
Thank you, George. George, BD and BD, the original report, I went through it. I went through the whole, and I saw, even though they say it's also going to cost a little finances to implement, but I think it would have been a beginning for us to, like you guys have all said, streamline government expenditure, government expenses. So what do you think is happening?
You see, if you understand how these governments work, a lot of things will be put in place. Like Sir George says that I don't know how he pronounces it. If you remember when this government came to power, they said they brought a Arosaya reports. These governments, they are comedians. They will stage Nigerians, give Nigerian hope to believe that they are working with them. But
oh dear, I think
Arosaya reports doesn't have a timeline. That the presidency has appointed committees that are looking into it. That in his words he said, whatever that is what's doing is what's doing well.
Yeah,
they are working on it, and they will come up that it must be looked into. Now it must be looked into. I've always said it, that what this government is doing, they are running government of compensation, because there is no forthwith.
Oh dear, I think network took BD off. Okay, yes, Raji, is there anything you want to add to your?
I've said it so many times on this program that we have a gangster government, the gangsters in government. What they did was to fly a kite. And then you get the whole country say, hey, yeah, they are about to do something right with the Orosaya report. Because more than 6 months ago, they mentioned it, and the whole country was but within that time, between that time and now, whatever all the steps they have taken have gone to show that they don't have any interest in implementing it. Because within that time, we have had more ministries, we have had a bigger
more appointments.
Yes, and then so what are you saying? So we have gangsters in government, and the moment you accept that, I think you have more peace. That's why I'm looking more peaceful now. I've accepted that we have a gangster government. So.
Okay, BD, thank you, Raji. So
can I finish?
Yes. Yeah, round up.
So what they will do is this: they will not tell Nigerians what Nigerians want to hear. They will be on their own, doing their own thing. I said this government is a compensation government. There is no fourth week that passes, and you don't see President Bola Ahmed Tinubu making an appointment. And all his appointment is geared towards compensation. Do you understand? Compensation and achieving 2027. That's just what they are all about.
That's correct.
They
George,
don't care about what Nigerians feel like.
Yeah. Yes, I think that's true because if we look at this CGN, the newly appointed CGN, Kekere, Konkekere, the lady, George, do you know that logically you don't have an acting CGN appointed to that same position? When you're acting, that ends there. An acting CGN doesn't get appointed as a CGN. So they said there's some real intricacies, some very crazy intricacies around all that appointment of the CGN. George, I don't know if you followed up with that. I'm confirming what BD is saying. They do things only to compensate those that have been with them. And take note that
have you gone through the profile? Have you gone through the profile? The profile of our new CGN. Have you gone through this?
Yeah, that's what I want to say. She was one of those lawyers, judge. One of those judges.
That's instituted Hope Uzodinma as governor of Imo State. Mm-hmm. He was the one behind Lawal becoming sitting in Senate today without buying form, without, do you understand? He's the one behind Apabia in the Senate today. She's a woman I'm happy. I like it when women get to power, but not women who don't have values, who don't look at integrity, posterity. Do you understand? I don't like it. And you see, like I said earlier, well, let's watch and see what will happen.
Let's watch and see what will happen. Gentlemen, we'll go on a break, but before then, let's just say something on a news that came in. The Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration, NAFDAC, that's Madam Moji Adeyeye, says Nigerians should not listen to, there's a false video circulating saying people should not eat bread. So we also want to pass a message here on SSM. It says a false video. NAFDAC never said so. Go ahead and eat your bread. There's nothing wrong with bread for now. Some people have said
there's everything wrong with white bread.
No, but
whether NAFDAC says so or not. Whether NAFDAC said it or not.
God bless you.
There's everything wrong with white bread.
We are following the government reports.
Yes, I agree with you.
What is wrong with white bread?
White bread is poisonous. Health-wise, white bread is poisonous.
What is wrong with white bread? I need to know.
The ingredients.
I'll send you something on it.
Okay, but
this year,
the point is this. Okay, let's get real here. Okay, now listen to this. NAFDAC lady, the head of NAFDAC, is telling people that a false video is going out there.
I agree with that.
That is what we are dealing with right now. We need to center ourselves on that particular issue and tell people that it is okay. That is a false video. People are sitting at home inventing all kinds of evil things to trouble other people and bringing it out there. If there is nothing wrong, if that video is a false video, we need to call it a false video. Nothing is wrong. People can go and buy their bread and eat their bread and survive. There is absolutely nothing wrong. If there is health issues regarding white bread versus brown bread or white bread versus wheat bread, that is not the subject of the discussion here. The discussion is false video is out there.
You asked, but it was your question. You asked what is wrong with white bread.
Because you guys are joining apples and oranges. You're joining apples and oranges.
We are not joining apples and agbagumo. No.
When you say that a lot of people hold tight. Stop interrupting. Wait until it's your turn to talk. Please. What I'm saying is this. You will confuse regular people listening to this. When this woman is saying nothing is wrong with the bread, that video is wrong, it's a false video. And then you come and say, and put it out there, everything is wrong with white bread. Somebody will turn around and say, I'm not going to eat white bread again. Because they say that video, they're saying over there, that news, that video
is
okay.
I'm not talking about the video.
Okay. No,
let us stay. Thank you, George. Let's stay on context. Let's stay on the context of what we got. Because it was sent to us, SSM, directly please pass
I
it
read
out.
it too. I saw it too.
Yes, that the bread is okay. Sometimes, George, they do this. A company might want to do this to defame and spoil
Another company. Exactly.
No.
All right. Let's not brood on that, gentlemen. Please, it's okay. So please go ahead with your bread, and that video that's circulating in Nigeria is been labeled false by NAFTA.
The woman is talking about video.
Yes, we are following the NAFDAC instruction. Okay.
Yes, it's just only about the video. The video is false.
Yes,
and we agree with that.
Also, thank you. Also, before we go on the break, EFCC says that they are trying to make the National Assembly, the NASS, to enact a whistleblowing law. George, did you hear that? The chairman of EFCC, Ola Olukade, says they want the House of Senate to enact a law that will allow whistleblowers to say anything about governance, anything they see, and don't get that whistleblower is protected, because in most cases they silence the whistleblower.
So can that be possible in this country? Can it work in this country? Remember what happened during the...
This is what Olukade is saying, and
we have gangsters in government.
Okay, but
we have gangsters in government, man.
Baba Obasanjo will say, let me tell you something, Wolf. Let me tell you something. The point is this. I suggested this the other day, last week. I suggested something like this, whereby people can actually, bring about and call in and say things about others that are doing some wrong. Then we condemn it because Nigeria can then use it as a witch hunt against their friends. And then all of a sudden you enter into trouble. I don't think we are civilized enough to do that. When you talk about whistleblower in the government, hey, Biddy, wait until you are called upon. Interruption is not good. Please.
Go ahead, George. Go ahead.
Now, okay, what I'm saying is this. If they implement this, you will see more wrong done to innocent people than otherwise. Because you don't like your neighbor, you go out there and you begin to, bring out all kinds of allegations or false, information about that individual. By the time they finish, their life is done. So I don't think we are civilized enough to do that. And let me tell you something: when you do this, they're after
civilized.
We're not civilized enough.
Okay.
We're not civilized enough.
Why don't you civilize?
Yes, Biddy, go ahead.
About this.
Yeah, say something.
I wasn't interrupting you, Sir George. I thought you finished.
Okay.
You always talk long. That's okay. Now, we are talking about whistleblowers. Now, only in this present regime, over 32 journalists have been arrested. Why are they arresting them? Is that not professional, legal whistleblowers? And you want to come and say we want to enact whistleblower as part of our law? It's not possible. It's not going to work. Why are these governments, Tinubu government, Tinubu who protested, advocated for good governance, are the one that doesn't want journalists to speak? They are arresting journalists in and out. They are attacking our posts on social media anyhow. You are not allowed to speak. My dear, we are just deceiving ourselves. We are just joking.
We have gangsters in government.
That has become Raji's ringtone. All right, gentlemen, let's go on a small break. We'll be back. More discussion, a lot of things happening. Viewers, you are tuned in to Wednesday SSM Global Africa. Stay on to your dial. Don't touch that dial. Don't touch that dial.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
This country has some of the most extraordinary culinary diversity in the world. I'm talking about Nigeria. This first dish is amala abula, made popular by the Yoruba people in southwest Nigeria. It starts with amala made from dried yam and then is covered in a variety of soups. Next we have ofe nsala, a white soup that is synonymous with the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. It goes best with fufu, or akbo as the Igbos call it. Next we have suya, the most well-known food of the Hausa and Fulani people of northern Nigeria. Meat is covered in a peanut-based powder called yaji and cooked over an open fire. This is banga and starch, a classic of the Urhobo people of Delta State. Lastly, we have onunu, a plantain-based swallow of the Izon people in south-south Nigeria. We are eating it with fisherman soup, popular throughout this whole region. And of course, we don't forget the jollof rice. This is popular everywhere in Nigeria. I think what makes Nigeria so great is the diversity of all the different people coming together. These beautiful ethnic groups living side by side, sharing culture and cuisine is what makes Nigeria such an amazing country to visit. Nigerians should be so proud of that cultural heritage, as there is so much more that unites than divides them.
What is wrong with you? You think this place is a brothel? Shut up!
There's something about you, Madam. I don't know if you talk, but the truth is, say, as I wake up like this, they say I fell to.
Shut up! With your badly written plot.
Ah, Madam, I don't do anything. I don't plot anything. I don't even sabi plot. I did my corner.
I just feel that there's something suspicious about this Lami girl. I mean, what if she's a spy? Or even a witch? Karina! Why are you suddenly being so nice to Lami? I'm trying to be a good human, at least for once.
Shut your hell, someone.
With the TV, yes.
Who are you?
Lami might be a small talker, but all words and no actions.
What did you do?
Just a little something to tell you that no one notices
You're welcome back to SSM Wednesday Global Africa Updates. I'm here with George from Toronto, Canada. I'm here with Raji from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm here with BD Nana from Lagos, Nigeria. Gentlemen, ladies, our Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Torid Lagbaja, assured Nigerians that the army will not succumb to any call by any group or any interest, any whatever it may be, to disrupt the democratic governance in the country. So this is coming yesterday. The army reassuring Nigerians that democracy must run. No coup, no stopping of anything. But George, when people can't get what they want, when the people are pressed and taken aback, take everything, as we can see, the fuel crisis and everything not going too well. What could be a solution? What do we do when we are hard pressed?
Well, you see, when you're governing people that are not content with what you're doing, I mean, what do you expect them to do? You beat them up and you don't want them to cry. Mm-hmm. When they cry, you blame them for crying. You know, the government, the military is coming out to say what they're saying. I'm glad they're saying what they're saying, because we need to maintain our democracy. But we need a real democracy in the country. Because the real democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. And when the people cast their votes, let their votes count. Don't go and manipulate the votes and give it to somebody else and say, oh, well, you're practicing democracy. Democracy is when people vote and their votes count. Don't disenfranchise people and then turn around and put whoever, whether it's international or local person that manipulated themselves into the government, and then you're telling them, and nothing is really happening. The economy is in shambles. The state of affairs in Nigeria is so messed up. Today we are talking about people being arrested in other countries because people are japping from all over the place. You know, all the brain drain that we have that's happened in Nigeria today is causing a lot of problems in our country, simply because the people that have that certificate that went to school for many years, spent thousands of dollars to train themselves, are unable to live a decent lifestyle in our country. And this is what we're seeing. So I know I can understand when the military is coming out to assure people that nobody is going to, hijack or interrupt the, democracy in Nigeria. But you have to go down to the people that are being ruled. Those people, they are your masters. If you don't, until we come to the place where the general people understand that they are the ones that are employing the president and the cabinet and everything, it will continue to be that way. So that's it.
That's it. Yes, Raji, go ahead, Raji.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You see, the problem that you are in now has been caused by successive military government. No military government is better than the worst civilian government. Let us take that. And anybody who is asking for military government probably has no sense of history. If I want to compare us with India. India and Pakistan, they had the same, they got independence at the same time. There has never been a military coup in India. There have been successful military coups in Pakistan. Please, anybody who is asking for military intervention does not understand that the military we have are worst set of undisciplined, uncouth gangsters that you can never have compared with the civilian government we have. Let us be able to talk to our civilian government and confront them and do whatever we can to sustain our democracy. And anyway, democracy is not easily the best form of government, but is better, is far better than military government.
Now, my own take, I'm coming from two different angles. One, they said that people have been calling for military takeover, and no arrest has been made. If this call was to be coming from the southeast, the Nigerian prison would have been filled up now. That one apart. Now, Saji said that the worst democracy government is better than military, the best military rule. I've never witnessed any military rule. But from what I've read and what I've seen, everything we have in Nigeria today came from military. Military built them. Military instituted them. Now, I heard that during the military, they arrest people. People don't have freedom of speech. Do we have freedom of speech now in Nigeria? Do we? We don't. As a person, I'm a media person. I keep losing my page, my Facebook, my Instagram pages every time because of the things I post. Do you understand? They are arresting journalists every time. They are killing them. So what is it? So if military will come and give us good infrastructures, people will not be hungry. People will have a better life. So be it.
Were you not there when Abraham Babangida was ruling? You were not born then?
I was not born. I don't know anything that time.
1993. What about Abacha?
No, she was born, but she was a little girl.
I don't know anything.
Was a little girl. Okay. Anyway, one solution to what we suggest here from SSM is Nigerians should look more into the leadership, governance. We've been on the sitting edge side. I don't care. Whatever they are doing, it doesn't concern me for too long. So, but now Nigerians, put your eye in governance. Know who your local government chairmen are. Know who your councillors are. Follow up on projects. Follow all of these things. Will checkmate these people. At a point, we will win. We will be more than them because we are the people. Yeah. We are, yes. But you see this, leave them. It doesn't concern me. Now that's what has
Sama, can I put in one word?
Yes,
in any society, in any community where you are not involved in the governance, you are not paying tax, you are not paying the right tax, you believe that you are not part of government, so it doesn't matter to you. And with the Nigerian situation, since all the money is coming from Abuja, and politics is local, people feel disconnected from the local politics because it's their money. If they know that they are paying the right tax, they will know that it is my money that is being used badly. and then I will have a voice.
I have a different view. I have a different view to that. You know, in paying tax, the thing is that there's nobody in this country, Nigeria, that I live in now, who does not pay tax. Direct or indirectly, everyone pays tax in Nigeria. Why a lot of people feel indifferent in Nigeria is because of the kind of government we run. Do you understand? The government don't even care about the people. Now, somebody was talking about something yesterday, or said, Nigerian youths are not talking about what concerns them. It's because Nigerian youths have made a conscious effort to disattach themselves from anything that has to do with government. Do you understand?
And
because
government
because government has not given them that platform, that opportunity to be part of it. Anytime they try to be, they gave them reasons not to be. So it's not that people don't feel, because people felt that government.
BD, nothing good comes easy. They can't say because they didn't give them access to be.
Let me tell you how many people will have that longevity. There was an NSAS protest since 2020. People who protested for that NSAS protest is still in prison now. Different time they called the Nigerian government and they denied it. Just last week, how many people were released? More than 20-something people. And bad governance, they arrested a lot of them. Now they went to court injunction to remind them in prison. What kind of government does that to its youth? And you still want them to get involved? Do you understand? No, we should start telling ourselves the truth.
Yes, but
involvement.
Nigerian government constantly giving them excuses or reasons why they should not get involved. I used to blame them, but I decided not to blame them.
It is deliberate. It is deliberate. When they give you, when you know you are a Nigerian and the government is deliberately disconnecting you from governance, it is deliberate. So you yourself, you have to come in. So therefore, the answers, the embargo government, that won't be the end. There will be more protests until the government accepts that we are all Nigerians. We all have the same stake in this country. We don't have any other country to go to.
How can we have more protests when a house speaker of a house is making a law where you will go to prison for protesting, where you will pay 10 million naira for speaking up?
No, they can't make such a law.
Okay, gentlemen, let's go on to some other stories making round. This is coming from the diaspora now. 4 Nigerians have been jailed for forging more than 2,000 marriage documents in the UK. That's the picture there. The Home Office of the UK says these 4 people made fraudulent EU settlement scheme applications for Nigerians between the year 2019 and 2023. So these 4 people now have been jailed. They helped 2,000 people. Now, what that means also is these 2,000 people are going to be affected somehow, somewhere. They will also be fished out and probably deported or something. Abraham Alade, Olarotimi, Abayomi, Shodipo, Muji Salag, Bademosi, Kunle Kabil, these all were sentenced yesterday in Woolwich Crown Court, London. Why we bring this story, viewers, is because we are an unbiased network. We are also, George, help me. George, say those words you used to say. Come on.
No, well, the point is, this is where you get the real news. Not, a government-inspired or government-manipulated news or government-backed against the wall type of news. This is where you get the real one, because we're all over the world and we bring it a different perspective to every story. Now, one of the major problems that I have with the international, what you call organizations or governments, I don't know anything pertaining to Nigeria. They want to call it an organized crime. Every time Nigerians are individuals, they do their own thing individually. But every time they will always say organized crime syndicate from Nigeria. There is nothing like organized crime syndicate. If you people are actually investigating thoroughly, you will understand that every single individual that is organizing this crime or doing these crimes are individuals. They operate on their own. There is no syndicate of any kind. I've never seen.
George, I beg to disagree with George. George, on this one, I don't agree with you, because the next story we're about to talk about is organized crime on the Black Axe.
I understand. I know what you're talking about. I have them here locally in Toronto. I have them here.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, yes. I have stories that actually happened with them, the trouble that they caused. You understand what I'm saying? But let me tell you, when it comes to crime, most of them operate individually. That's what I'm telling you.
This is a 4-man group. Now that's organized. A 4-man group is not.
But you can't attach it to a country.
Just one man group.
What you're saying, George, is attaching it to Nigeria and saying
the whole country. Yes.
You can't do that. Just 4 people attach it to 22 million people. No, that's not fair.
No, they are not attaching. They only said that it's a crime and it's
syndicate.
Organized.
From Nigeria. You meaning that you are attaching it to Nigeria? When you say
they are
Nigerians. Nigeria.
They are Nigerians by citizenship. That's what it means.
But what it is this, let me tell you something. When we talk about the Black Axe, we will discuss it, because there are so many more dangerous organizations around the world today that are doing worse things that we can even imagine, and the world have not come together to come against them. But when Nigeria is they come against us.
Let me hear from Nigeria.
Let me talk about this particular whatever is happening in London right now.
Yeah.
You see, you look at them, they're forging marriage certificates to make people stay and all that kind of stuff. I do understand that, and part of the reason maybe is because a lot of people flooded England and they have no way of staying there, and they're afraid of going back to Nigeria. Therefore, they're forging all of this. And this is not an excuse. It's a crime. It's a crime, whether we like it or not. The point is, if you continue to do something, eventually, every day is for the thief, one day is for the owner. But these are the people that are making us look bad. But why is it so? Most of these people that you saw their pictures here, if Nigeria was okay, they will not be in London, or they will not be in England. They will not be anywhere. They would have been productive citizens of Nigeria, contributing to the welfare of our country. But because of bad governance, a lot of people are jumping from Nigeria. They live in Nigeria, trying to survive somewhere else. So that's not an excuse. Go through the legal form to become a citizen or a permanent residency of a country. That is the best way to do it. Because, if you go against the government, they will come after you eventually, and then you're going to be caught. That is the warning.
I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead, BB.
Now this form, Nigerians, they say is syndicates organized from Nigeria, coming into a foreign country and carrying out this thing very well. Are you telling me they don't have an insider? Because they can't just come and do this thing perfectly well for years without having an insider. Why is that insider picture not up too? That's my question.
No. There may not be an insider.
That's not an insider. They find
loopholes.
What they do is they find loopholes and they take advantage of those loopholes. That's what they do. It's not insider. There is no insider. In Nigeria, you will have an insider. You will have a boss on top and send his goons outside to go and collect bribe and bring to they have quota system. In these civilized countries, you have no insider. Hardly do you do. And when you do, eventually they're going to be fished out.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Let's move on. Thank you, PD. Well, we just said it, viewers. We put it out as it is. Let's come now to what George was trying to say. The World Police Organization, Interpol, is now on a technology arms race with Nigerian mafia. And that's Black Axe. The Black Axe, like some of you might know, is they call them Aye. The Black Axe is a notorious gang organization. Most of these its members are university educated members. They are recruited from school. The Black Axe has a secretive criminal network that does trafficking, prostitution. They even kill in some of the operations around the world. They are into cybercrime. They target businesses. They target individuals. And now there is a real strong arms race with them to fish them out from every part of the world. This operation is called Operation Jackal 3. Operation Jackal 3 is targeting 21 countries around the world from April 2019 to July this year. And what they are doing is fishing out all the Black Axe members, all people linked to Black Axe and affiliated groups. So that's their logo there. You see, our gentlemen, come to you. Let me start with Raji. Raji, you were in Ife.
Yes.
University of Ife.
Yes,
Strong
I was in Ife. Yes. Now the Black Axe, Aye. Let me go with Black Axe. The Black Axe probably got more membership from the University of Benin. University of Benin, and it was just like an offshoot of the other organizations like the Pirate Confraternity. But the admission into private confraternity was so strict that if you are not an A student, you are not likely to be a member of the Pirate Confraternity. Therefore, those who might have been rejected by pirates formed their own book. We have the Buccaneers, we have the Aye, we have the Black Axe, we have so many other splinter groups. But the Black Axe was able to organize itself very, very well. And they probably started, if my information is correct, they probably got more foothold in the University of Benin. And you know, Benin, the Edo people are known for that kind of cultism. There was a cult in Benin, we call the Uwegbe. They were so strong. They were so strong that, yes, they were so strong and so strong, so secretive and so strong that the government even had to descend on them. But I think that's where the Axe got their own roots from. And you see that most of the people who are members of this Axe probably finished from the University of Benin or have Benin connection. That's why they are into prostitution and all those things.
Yes, they found out that George and BD, the mission is almost getting successful. It's called, like I said, Operation Jackal the Third, and it's Europeans, EU, Interpol. They've so far arrested 300 of them, and they've been able to also. What they do is when they get them, they use each member they've gotten to make some investigation on their activities and how they operate. Now, listen to this. Where I am, Italy, is the home of the mafia, like you all know. Now, the mafia used to be very strong. I mean, don't mess with the Indragati, the Sicilian mafia and all that. They are cold-blooded murderers too. But do you know that the Indragati clan in the south of Italy studied the Black Axe and said they are more dangerous, they are more aggressive than the Indragati. So what people are saying is, you know, the Black Axe are ruthless. Some of these boys that are here in Europe that are members of Black Axe, they don't care dying. Life is nothing for them. And when you're like that, you can really do a lot of havoc. George, what do you know about Black Axe in Canada?
Well, Black Axe in Canada, got a little notorious not too long ago. As a matter of fact, they have, the government here trying to clamp down on them because most of the members, they went to a particular pub one time, and there was a clash between them and another group, and that's what actually made them popular. And so that's part of the major issue. And they started clamping down on them. And I believe that they are very quiet right now. We don't hear much about them anymore, possibly because of the fact that, you know, they are being looked into, investigated. They say Canada is a place where if you're doing something, they don't come, the government doesn't come and make noise. They take their time. They don't rush. They take their time. They investigate until they have enough on you to clamp down on you. And that's exactly what happened with Black Axe here. You know, there's it's an organization. I didn't know much about them. A lot of people that I associated with, they say that they were members of Black Axe. They were like regular people, you know, happy-go-lucky people. I didn't know. I'm a socialite, so I go out and, you know, I mean, you meet these guys, and as a matter of fact, you will be so surprised that a couple of times they have invited me to do their end of the year party, and I was the one who moderated it.
Most of them are respectable guys.
Some of them.
Yes, I have a lot of groups. I have a lot of friends.
I'm really surprised at what I'm hearing now, what I'm listening at, because in school, when I got to school, because my first year in school, I live in school hostel. So I'm telling you that 78% of my friends turned out to be Black Axe guys. I'm telling you, we are very close. We are friends. We do things on a daily basis. They were my friends. It was not long after I started, but we were very close. But it was when I now started dating a particular guy who happens to be a Buccaneer guy that I now realized that majority of my friends, because they start attacking the guy that you have taken our woman, you know, because I was so close with them. So many of them thought I was dating one of them. No, but we were just friends. But one thing I noticed about those Black Axe guys, and it's like George said, they kept inviting me for their end of the year party, but I never attended one. 2 times I tried to attend it, but something happened. I never did. But throughout my year in school, I attended Buccaneer's end of the year party. Oh, do you understand? One thing I noticed about these Axe guys, like you said, they like taking over territory. Because I noticed that they have the whole school premises. You can't see the Buccaneers, the ones that we have red. They have berets. Do you understand? They have different colors of berets. You can't see them around inside the school premises. That school premises belongs to Black Axe. They like taking over territory. That's one thing I know. And like I just said, when I was in school, they were all my friends. They were normal people. They were nice guys. I didn't know this thing you were saying now. They are this bad. I didn't know. They were nice to me.
George said it. George, but you know, your authority, your security authority was able to get them, and they found a money laundering scheme that was connected to them. That was going up to $5 billion in Canada.
Wow.
Yes, the Black Axe was running this. So it's a big documentary. BBC has that documentary. Al Jazeera has it. If you care to watch, you can connect to BBC Al Jazeera Interpol against the Black Axe. I want us to end the yes.
Let me say something. You know, this thing you said, I think I'm beginning to agree with you, because one thing I noticed then in school, they keep getting into trouble. They keep arresting them. These Black Axe guys, they keep getting into trouble. And the thing is that the kind of cases they get into trouble, within 3-4 days, you see them in school. They are being released. Even those that come from low-life families. Do you understand? You will now see that there are people on top who will send misery to come and release them.
Release them.
Yeah. So I'm beginning to understand then how what you're saying now. Yeah, how powerful they are.
It's an organization.
How powerful they are. Gentlemen, George, you talk more on family. Our Vice President Shettima is canvassing for more stronger family ties in Nigeria. He says that's one way we can build the unity in Nigeria. Shettima was speaking at the wedding reception last time. He said Nigeria family fabrics is breaking and we need more stronger family ties. So, gentlemen, what do you say to this? Let me start with George. Obviously, it's obvious. What do you say, George?
Give us food, give us water, give us light, give us road, and then the family unit will be stronger than ever. Simple, straightforward.
Simple. Yeah. Raji?
Yes. You see, the family is a microcosm of society, and society builds on the family. If the family is not cohesive, the society will be shredded. It is necessary. And when the man of the house is not the man in the house, we have a serious problem. And the man of the house can only be man in the house when he's economically strong.
Yes. Strong.
Yes.
BD.
Yeah. See, they've said it all. Now, you want a good and strong family system in a society.
Nigeria.
When one, people don't have good jobs. You see family living separate. Do you understand? That bond that brings love. He talked about long patience. You know, when you're not bonded with somebody, you can endure, tolerate for that person, and be patient with that person. So families no longer bond. Now, another thing is this: you're talking about family. When people in our society today no longer marry for who they like or who they love, they marry for sustenance, financial sustainability. So, and when you keep getting married based on that, there's no way we can build healthy and good family system. It goes down to what Sir George said: give us food, give us water, give us light, give the society necessary things. They will marry people they like, and they will tolerate and endure each other, not giving up family members for money.
Wow. You hit this one more on the head. Thank you, guys. So, yes, beautiful.
Very good.
That was nice, BD. That was nice. That's it. Shetima, you've heard it. If you're hearing us, arrange the country economically, do things well. The Japa syndrome is not helping the family fabrics. People are leaving their families all because they need to survive. They need to live up.
And the 2,000 people who were made to have a marital status in England, but because they have left their family behind and they cannot stay in England, therefore they have to make do. And therefore, by all means, they have to find a local wife so that they are still yes.
Try. Okay, gentlemen, wonderful. We've done it. Sir George, I want to thank you for coming.
Thank God.
Viewpoints, beautiful analysis. BD, our own diva, always putting it right. Thank you for coming. Raji, the professor. Raji, talk to your Aye people. They need to reduce. Or else
I don't know them.
Europeans are not playing. The Europeans don't want this. They are going to take them all out. They've started in Canada. Canada has taken a lot of them. Canada says they want to fish them out from everywhere. And it's called Operation Jackal. Operation Jackal is going to take down the Black Axe, the Aye people, affiliated groups even with them. So on that note, viewers, thank you for tuning in. Till we come again on Friday on our Global Africa Friday program. It's bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network.